Hello, I'm Evelyn. This is Ideas in Practice with Evelyn. A lot is happening right now. The economy is still uncertain, and every day we see new updates, sometimes even shocking news. Depending on where you are, the impact feels very different. For some people, it's something they read about, but for others, especially those working in affected sectors, it feels much closer. It affects decisions, job security, and how we think about what comes next. In the last episode, I talked about a simple idea. Why do good ideas not always work the way we expect in practice? And I shared one key insight. Ideas don't fall. Contact us. I also mentioned that I had started recording my dreams as a small personal project. At that time, I had about 14 days of entries. Since then, I've continued the process. And as I approached it, around 30 days of recording now, the patterns become much clearer. Recently, I had the opportunity to present at the University of Waterloo. It was my first time joining them, and also my first time being selected for a presentation there. I felt very honored to be part of it. At the same time, preparing for the presentation made me notice something interesting. Not just about work, but about how we think, how we process, and how ideas actually take shape in real life. At the beginning, recording my dreams was simply an observation practice. Every morning, I would write down whatever I could remember. Sometimes it was clear, sometimes fragmented, sometimes it didn't seem to make any sense at all. But as I continued, something started to change. I began to notice patterns, not in the details, but in the structure. There were repeated situations, trying to get somewhere, but not being able to reach it. Making decisions, but feeling delayed. Moving through spaces that keep shifting. And then something else happened. My real life started appearing in my dreams. Not directly, not like a replay, but in a subtle ways. While I was preparing for my presentation, I noticed similar patterns. Planning, organizing, trying to complete something, but also dealing with interruptions, uncertainty, and timing. Over time, I also started noticing something else. The clarity of my dreams wasn't always the same. Some nights felt structured and easy to follow, while others were fragmented or unclear. And then made me realize that even our internal experience is affected by conditions, not just ideas. At that time, I realized something important. Dreams are not random. They respond to what we are going through. And this connected back to the idea from the first episode. Just like ideas, dreams don't exist in isolation. They are shaped by context, by pressure, by environment, by what we carry with us every day. We often think that if idea is strong enough, it should work. But in reality, what happens is where we are, what we are dealing with, and what is happening around us at that moment. This process didn't give me clear answers, but it gave me something else, visibility. It showed me how my mind was processing work, responsibility, uncertainty, and even small daily changes. And more importantly, it showed me something else. That awareness itself is a form of practice. We don't always need a perfect plan. Sometimes we need to observe more closely, to notice patterns, to understand timing, to see how things we are evolving. This is still an ongoing project. I will continue recording and see how it develops over time. But even within these first few weeks, one thing is very clear. What we experience internally is not separate from what we do externally. they are connected. So whatever is a project, a presentation, or even something as simple as daily routine, the way we move forward is just about the idea itself. It's about how we respond to the context we are in. Thank you for listening to episode 2 of Ideas in Practice with Evelyn. I look forward to continue this conversation with you. Thank you.